Hello, folks. Johnny Moe here, and welcome back to Omen Adventures. It's been a heck of a January up in my neck of the woods. Uh, just beginning of the New Year's stuff, work, colds, the cold in general. For those of us, well, I guess everywhere it's kind of cold, at least in the northern hemisphere. But exciting news. I believe I've got my gaming space all set up the way that I want it to be. I've got my character sheets and stuff ready to go for my simple solo system adventures for Omen Adventures. And I'm excited to start recording them, bringing them to you so you can start seeing sort of what the simple solo system is, how I run. I also plan on doing some adventures, solo adventures with Shinobi and Ronin and Koriko, a magical year, sort of re-flavored, reskinned for my homebrew world. I'm gonna try to do some 5 leagues from the Borderlands just because, like, I think the system will set really well in the unknown regions of Omen. There were some other games. Wraithhound. Wraithhound, I specifically made a place in my setting just to do Wraithhound. Uh, what else was there? There are some other ones. I want to try to do Blades in the Dark solo. I've tried it a couple of times with mixed success. It's a very, I feel the game mechanics are really bolted onto the setting, which is fine. This is my homebrew nonsense, and it'd be up to me to make it work. Bells of Basin City. Bells of Basin. It's one of the Shield Dice Studios games. I have an idea for that uh, based off of events that happened in the previous solo game that I was doing last year. Uh, and a few others I want to try doing Daggerheart and Draw Steel solo. I have a couple of ideas on how to get those off the ground. I'll probably record myself trying to do up a character in those systems for my setting, which might take a little bit of wiggling with the mechanics. Well, not really mechanics, just the character setup. Because I feel those systems have a very specific niche that is not really in line with the setting of Omen. Omen's really weird. It's kind of a hodgepodge of what I like in fantasy, and that kind of goes against the grain of a lot of RPG games. For instance, there's no long-lived races in Omen, because I have my own highly developed opinions about why there shouldn't be long-lived races and magic and half species, half elves, half orcs, and the such. There's no half species in Omen except for extremely rare circumstances where it's the result of sorcery, essentially, or literal divine intervention from saints or something like that, which I know a lot of people don't like. But I also have it in my setting that adopting children is a very socially acceptable and sort of a social honor to do. Like if you're an orc in a relationship with an elf or a horn scent or something like that, biologically you cannot conceive of a child. It's just one of those weird things where I like that concept. It forces a new social paradigm that it if you love someone, you love someone despite the fact that you cannot conceive of a child yourselves. But there's a lot of kids out there that don't have parents. Omen for uh, over millennia has been fraught with strife. There's lots of orphans, people that just, can't feed all the kids that they do have. So adopting is a very socially accepted and well regarded thing. Just a little idiosyncratic like thing in my world that doesn't follow the mainstream sort of fantasy tropes or catalog, I guess, of fantasy games. It's a little bit rambly, but I wanted to make a video, just kind of give a update, a proof of life, I guess, that I still want to keep doing these videos. I still want to keep this channel. I want you to come with me on this journey, as all these other characters kind of journey on. And I hope you enjoy it. And you can leave comments, critiques, everything down below. That's fine. I might respond. I might not. I'm very busy. I thought it was going to be a fun yearly project. And then I realized that, well, me taking on a project really takes up a lot of time. And I have a full-time job, full-time father of two, husband. I've got other things in life. I'm absolutely blown away how people can keep up a reliable and consistent recording and uploading video schedule. I'm probably going to get there. It's probably going to take some time. Probably by summer, I'll have it figured out. So thank you for watching this, keeping along with me. Hopefully this is something that you'll be interested in following. I don't think this is going to be one of those channels where I showcase a whole bunch of different games. I'm just going to be playing what I like. And it's probably not really going to be like a how-to solo. It's going to be like how I solo. Like, this is how I do it. There's lots of channels out there that will teach you, like, this is how you solo Morkborg, Shadow Dark, things of that nature. I'm just going to play a game. Y'all can watch. Hopefully the story's interesting to you. If it's not interesting to me, I'll either make it interesting or I'll drop it. There's lots of stories, games, campaigns that have just fizzled out before for one reason or another. And a lot of the times I find it's just interest. You're just not interested in playing this particular game, this particular character, going down this particular narrative. And that's okay. That happens. We're only here for a considerably short amount of time when you look at the broad span of human history. And why do something that you're not going to enjoy unless it's absolutely necessary? We all have to wake up, go to work, pay taxes, wash our hands, use your blinker. It's very easy to do, but we all need to be doing it. I guess I'll also, while I'm recording this, sort of give a brief synopsis of the Simple Solo System games that I will be playing. Some I've mentioned in videos before. The Holler, where it's going to be a little bit more deep woods, mystic, superstition, just this little village out on the fringes of the western borderlands, and this naturalist coming up from Galroyo, which is the sort of, it's a nation that is a blend of France, Spain, Portugal, and Italy from various centuries in their existence. So it's an amalgamation of this very chivalric uh, and very political society. And this guy who's just a naturalist, just like wants to look at the natural world, how it interacts with society, uh, finding the balance, more like a civilized druid, sort of. Just thrown out into the boonies, just thrown into West Virginia, essentially. And having driven through West Virginia twice, and having a wife who is from the South, and just that very interesting culture, just that fish out of water aspect of this character coming to this place and being embroiled in sort of this secret, very foreign to him, deep magic, and the events that transpire, which I don't know what are going to be. We're going to roll them up. We're going to see uh, what crazy adventures he gets into, what Sicaro gets into. The other one that I believe, I'm not sure if I had it up in a video, but House Prevail. A little bit different. It's still going to be a solo game, but it's going to be a lot of regency, land management. Basically, this new family who just got appointed this plot of land by the local regent. Like, okay, I've seen what y'all have been doing. I'm going to give you this plot of land. We've got like tensions brewing on the southern and eastern borders of our country. You know, build up a defense, build up our resources just in case. And of course, there's going to be other stuff pop up. Like, yeah, there's some overgrown ritual site down in the southwest or the southeast. Maybe something like that will come up. And I'm going to roll up who are the principal advisors, retainers to the family. What are the locals doing? What are their problems? How's this new noble house going to resolve those problems? I think that'd be an interesting thing to kind of roll through and see where it goes. I am also fighting a bit of a cold. I have another one that I've done before. The Mage Knight or Spell Knight. It's going to take place in Galroyo. A Mage Knight comes about every 100 or so years, along with an Oracle. And Oracles are very rare in Omen. Typically, like every 100 years or so, there's a person that just gets these divine prophecies or inclinations that something major is going to happen. And Mage Knight revolves around finding these artifacts or information from Saint Axia, who is sort of loosely defined in the culture, but it's sort of like you have a quest and somebody needs to be chosen for this quest. The Oracle arrives, decides who the Mage Knight is, and they just go through, and it's sort of domino effects, things that happen throughout Omen. Not just Galroyo, but throughout Omen. I think last time, some weird, the Mage Knight, Hallex Lucane, discovered stuff that set events in motion for necromantic powers to be a lot more potable. And necromancy isn't seen, it can be seen as an evil thing, but a lot of times there's an entire nation in the north where they're a necromantic society. Like if someone's loved one is revered and they're of a high enough social standing, they can bring them back as like a counselor or advisor. There's limitations. You can't send reanimated great grandpa, out to go get bread. Like, they are confined to this chair and things like that. And Hallex discovered an artifact that made things like that possible. Completely changed the social dynamic of a country and of a portion of the continent. There's a lot of people that don't like to go to Dark Hollow because, like, man, there's zombies walking around. They've got, weird labor laws when it comes to like undead and things like that. And just little interesting things like that. So for Mage Knight, I'm expecting a sort of more grand adventure, point to point sort of adventure of the week where they will meet companions, meet rivals and antagonists, people that don't want them to be looking into St. Axia for one reason or another. So that'll be interesting. Let's see. Abaca Castle, another one that's not a strict one character going on a big quest. It's a group of characters, sort of from the bottom to the top, sort of adventure, a lot more organization dynamics, guilds, power structure of a city that is essentially one huge castle, like a castle the size of Long Island, which I think is a very interesting environment. How does something like that work? The lower levels would just be darkened dungeons and stuff like that, and like the prince of Galrayo who lives at the top's all nice and shiny. I think we can all kind of get the vibe of what that's going to be. Gangs and different prominent political powers like the Merchants Guild, the Shipping Guild, and it's going to be this group of 4 who are going to try to establish themselves as kind of a minor gang, a minor organization running like one small section of a district, and then just growing in power. And then just the higher powers taking notice, like, are they a threat? Are they a resource? Can we use them? Is this something that we're going to have to put down? I think that's going to be a fun game to go through and just kind of see how it rolls. Maybe they get to a certain point and they just get crushed, or they get absorbed into one particular faction. Now they're being used as proxies to go against a rival faction. I haven't seen that in a solo game, so kind of want to test that out. That's a lot of what the simple solo system is going to be like. I just want to see how it plays with various styles of play. I kind of want to try it with mass combat, but I honestly think the warfare system from Kingdoms and Warfare is what I go to instead. I like it. It's exactly what I want. If you haven't checked it out, I don't know if there's many videos on the internet about people using the warfare system from Kingdoms and Warfare. There definitely should be. Maybe I'll make a video. I don't know. I've already got a lot of videos I want to make already. And I don't want to bog myself too down with a list of things to check off. And the 5th solo system, simple solo system game that I'm going to play is Three Towers Bay, a magical academia. And when I say magical academia, I don't mean I'm taking you to Omen Hogwarts or anything like that. The academy itself is magical in a very interesting way. I've run a little bit of a campaign. I probably 1/3 of a campaign in Three Towers Bay, but it would be just like going to a very prominent university. There's people there going for law, for trading, for engineering, history. Some people going there, it's like a mixture of West Point, Harvard, MIT, sort of an amalgamation of all this. In One fairly isolated, but now at this point in Omen's history, a pretty well-known place because it was very important during the dragon invasion that happened 14 or 18 years ago. So it's a pretty well recognized place already. And that should be fun. That one is just going to have one main character. I tried toying around, and I actually just completed the character sheet. It's going to be one main character. It's going to be a high goblin. And the goblinoid folks are from the other side of the continent that, until the dragon showed up, nobody in Galroyo or the Namiran Republic even knew existed. There's the entire expanse of the Western Borderlands, but it's been about 14 years, and there's starting to be that foreign exchange trade has opened up. So another fish out of water sort of deal, but I like the foreign exchange student sort of story arc that you see in other pop culture things. Yeah. So I just want to make the video. It's already over 20 minutes long. Holy cow. What I've been doing, what's up, what's to come, what I have been working on. I have been working on stuff. As I say in solo gaming, prep is play. And I've gotten all the character stuff, all the campaign sheet things for these games written up. And hopefully within the next day or two, you'll be seeing videos of me playing these things. All right. Well, everybody have a good day. I'll see you later.